Okay, welcome to the video on how to make a graph for Newton's second law. So the first thing you're going to do, just make sure you have your spreadsheet open. Okay, that should be called Newton's second law. And when you have that, you're going to click on cell B3. Okay, so basically the first number that you see in this table. So click on that once. And then being careful to not click on any other part of the spreadsheet, you're just going to scroll down until you get to the bottom. And now you're going to press the Shift key on your keyboard, hold down Shift, and at the same time, click on the last cell. Okay, so the cell with the last number on the right. So when you do this, you should see that all of the numbers in the table are highlighted now. Okay, and if you didn't get it that first time, if this isn't what you see on yours, just click anywhere out of the table and try again. So again, clicking, scrolling down, pressing the Shift key, and then clicking on that last cell with numbers in it. Okay? And once you've done that, you're going to leave this table highlighted and go up here at the top of your page and click Insert. And then you're going to go down to Chart and click on Chart. So this will take a few seconds for the program to make your graph like magic. All right, and you'll see this menu on the right side of your screen called Chart Editor. You're going to be using features in this. So the first thing you want to do is just make sure that the chart type here says scatter chart. Okay, mine does already, but yours may not be that. Yours might show something else, like it could be showing a bar graph or something. So if it's different, if it doesn't say scatter chart here, go ahead and click on this arrow to open the menu and scroll down until you see scatter. Okay, and click on that. All right. So the next thing, here where it says Setup and Customize, you're going to click Customize, and then go down to Series, click on that. And then scroll down until you see these boxes here and click on Trend Line. Okay, if you want to, for fun, you can change the color of the graph's line. Okay, so I changed mine to purple, but you don't have to. You can leave it whatever color it shows up as. Okay, the next thing you're going to do is scroll down even more to the very bottom. It says Grid Lines and Ticks. Click on that and then scroll down. Okay, and here you're going to put in this box that says Major Step, type the number 10 and press Enter. Okay, and you'll see that that just changed this part of my graph. It changed the numbers that are on the y-axis. Okay, and now you are going to scroll down even more, and where it says Grid Line Color, click on that so you can change the color of this background here, and you're going to change it to black. Okay, you see what that did? It made those lines darker on my graph. Okay, and we're going to do basically the same thing to the other axis, the x-axis. So now we're going to scroll back up right under Grid Lines and Ticks where it says Vertical Axis. You're going to change that to Horizontal Axis. And where it says minor spacing type, make sure that says step. And in the minor step box, you're now going to type 100. Okay, and then press enter. Okay. That did not seem to do what I wanted it to. Nope. Okay. It's a little bit strange. That's okay. It's not a big deal. We actually don't need that part. So if yours worked and the x-axis now goes 100, 200, 300, 400, and so on, that's great. If yours did not work like mine and it stayed these numbers, that's okay too, because you'll still be able to read the graph this way. Okay, so what I want you to do now is from there scroll down again, and for major grid lines, the grid line color you're going to change to black. Okay, and then for the minor color, also change to black. Okay, you see how that made our background nice and visible? Before it was kind of gray, a little bit hard to see, but when we changed the color of this, it made those lines really nice and clear. Okay, so we're pretty much done now. The last thing you have to do is go to the actual graph, click on these three dots in the upper right-hand corner, and then click on Copy Chart. Okay, and then you're going to go back to the Google Doc. So here's what your Google Doc will look like. Right, this one that you started with that has the instructions in it, it's the same one. You're going to click in this first pink box and then go to Edit, Paste, and then just click on Paste again, and you should see your graph appear. If you have any issues and that's not what happens, just contact me and I can kind of help you troubleshoot. The last part of this is just one question. So I want you to now look at this graph and tell me which of these three mathematical relationships do you think this is showing. So these are all ones that we've studied in our class: proportional, quadratic, or inverse square. And we also went over it in class today. So if you wanted to, you could look at the slideshow that we used to kind of refresh your memory. Okay, so figure out which of these three this graph is showing, and then just write me one or two sentences that says, how do you know that? How do you know which of these three relationships the graph is showing? Maybe giving me an example, like, oh, okay, so for example, when the force was 300 and it doubled to 600, the acceleration changed in this way. All right, but that is it. And if you have any questions, let me know.